Hello, my name is Sherry Sanders and I'm a county agricultural agent working in White County as a part of the University of Arkansas System Division of Agriculture. Welcome to Agriculture. This series is designed to promote and showcase women working in the field of agriculture in this state. This month we are featuring Sarah Bramall. Sarah is a small farms program coordinator for the University of Arkansas System, and she makes her home in Prairie Grove with her family. And this is her story.
My husband and I just recently moved to Prairie Grove. So we're all here in Northwest Arkansas, his family, my family, and us. So I grew up in the Tawnytown area, and that's where my parents still are, Brad and Susie Wright. My dad works for P&K, which is the John Deere equipment dealer in town, and my mom is full-time on the farm. And then my sister, she moved back in 2017. She had been in Kansas for a while, but she moved back in 2017, and she is living in Springdale, so kind of pretty close to Tawnytown. So yeah, we see each other weekly. We have Sunday night dinners, and it's wonderful. So growing up, I grew up on a farm. We moved when I was 3 to the place where my parents now live, and it's a one chicken house operation. So they had a contract with Tyson, a Cornish hen operation, and we had a large garden. But growing up, I never knew that was agriculture, and I don't think that in a bad sense. I think it was just that was life. So I didn't really, put 2 and 2 together that the mama cows that were in the pasture and the babies and the chickens and all that was something bigger than just our everyday. And so my mom and I often talk about, I always went with my friends, it was so cool. We got to jump on the trampoline when we went home, to their houses, and they had dinner at 6 o'clock, and it was crazy. But they always wanted to come to our house because it was we got to do things like look at the baby chickens and go on hay rides and check cows and all this stuff. And as a child, I never really put 2 and 2 together that my life was so different and in such a big and blessed way. So that's how I guess I got started in agriculture. Like I said, we had the one Cornish hen house, and it was kind of at that time where you either needed to upgrade and retrofit your houses and get more to still be the team player within these large poultry industries, or kind of get out and go a different route. And my parents, they worked so hard at it. They did awesome. We had Mr. Tyson was at our farm to do interviews, and they did video in our house. My dad took such great care of it. And my mom, she worked off farm, but also the farm was her primary job at the same time. So they, that year that they kind of knew they were going to have to do something, they won Grower of the Year with one house, which I'm still just now today especially, I'm wow, how'd you do that? But it's because of the pride they took in it. And my dad was all right, I'm satisfied. We're going out on a really high note. And so then I started showing sheep, and we took this huge leap because kind of everything that happened in that year was that I played competitive fast pitch softball, so year-round softball, and our team dissolved. We, in a sense, jumped ship, and because I had just started to kind of make some new friends, and there was an ag class at school. I was in my 8th grade year, or 9th grade year, I guess, and so I joined my ag class. My best friend showed sheep, and I was I think I could do that. And my mom growing up, she showed cattle. My parents both worked with Dr. Nolan Arthur, and he was a grandfather influence to me. So when we were we're gonna show, it was gung-ho, we just jumped all in, and our chicken house became our show barn. And I understood my lifestyle and that it was ag, and I just went all in. So it was 4-H, it was FFA, showing. We went everywhere, anywhere there was a show, whether it was down the road at our county fairgrounds, or Nebraska, or Texas, or Arizona, or Colorado. I mean, we went to all of them. And I guess I should also mention, a lot of people in this industry think that I'm an only child. I am not. I do have a big sister, and she is fantastic. She did not show, so she was not as active in those areas. But now we're all back together on the farm. We all have part ownership in our show lamb operation. And so it's started as family and it's continued as family, and it's cool to see our little chicken house as our show barn, and just kind of where we grew up. It's all full circle now. So.